You don't want zero problems, big fella.
All right, welcome to episode 6 of the Four Brothers podcast. How's everyone feeling today?
I'm good, Money. I'm feeling real good. You know.
Man, I'm good. I just got a fresh cut, man. I'm feeling good, man. I got the Philly John going on, so I'm good.
I'm glad you got a cut, man. I'm still waiting. I'm good, man.
I let my wife cut my jaw last week. I'm still good. I'm still surviving. So
We out here. We
doing all right.
All right, cool. All right, so we're going to switch it up a little bit today.
I need a happy birthday wish, though.
True.
I need to hear it.
All right.
I need to hear it.
Who's starting it off, man? I can't
Now
start.
I got the voice, man. Now
With the vocals.
I got the vocals.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday. Oh, man, I love y'all.
More years, man. More years. You getting up there, though. You getting old, man.
Come on, man. Shit.
He got one more max contract.
One more max contract?
Yes.
I need it.
All right, cool. So we're going to jump into some current events, and we're going to start with, I think we're the official podcast of the Korean Baseball League, right? So no Korean baseball. All right, cool. So we're going to start out. Mark Cuban this week, he pretty much said he didn't feel safe with reopening a mass facility with everything going on. What do you guys think about what he said? You think it's okay for some players to be like, you know what, I just don't feel safe with everything going on and going to go play basketball right now?
I think it's reasonable. I mean, for what's going on, I understand his want to refrain from adding to the problem that already exists. So I mean, I do respect it. I understand they're trying to follow CDC and everything they got going on.
Okay.
So I think he probably should. Everybody should roll with that.
Okay.
I agree. I mean, I feel the same way as Rod, word for word. I mean, I think he's playing cautious. That's paying money, that's lawsuits, I think he's playing it safe. I agree with Rod and what Mark was doing.
I mean, he might be playing it safe, but realistically, money talks, so I know he might say that now, but when the league put pressure on him, he's going to be ready to open it right back up, so it ain't going to last too long, it stands.
All right. So a lot of you guys, well, two out of the three said you guys are kind of playing it safe. You like that approach. Is it realistic to think that we should cancel sports media this year and just jump full 2 feet back in next year?
Selfish side of me says no. The tough side of me, the realistic side of me, says we should.
Well, we can just merge them together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Ask the question again.
All right, cool.
Why should I do not serve?
All right. So with everything going on, I know 2 out of 3 of you guys said you were cool playing it cautiously to see what, you know what I mean, just to see how it plays out before we jump back into sports. But realistically, would you guys be cool with no sports this year? Next year, every sport 2 feet back in, where fans in the stadiums, no restrictions. You know what I mean? How do you guys feel about that idea of no sports this year, but next year back to normal?
Man, I don't think that's realistic because I think sports is a big part of the economy, so it's not going to work. We're going to have some kind of sports, we're going to have some kind of people in the stadiums.
But what about the safety, though?
At the end of the day, you see right now out here, people are reopening states even though, you know, their death rates are going up. So money talks, man. Eventually money going to talk, and they need that money from the sports.
I hear you. I mean, I'm selfish. I want sports back, but I can see the logic behind not having sports. But trust me, I'm going back bad. Like, I'm dying for it. Like, I was watching the ending of the Korean Baseball League. Like, that's just my best ride, man. But,
Chill.
Second Korean baseball reference. We're the first one.
I mean, I think the selfish side of the way it works generally when it comes down to money is we know that probably likelihood is they're going to open it. Should they? I don't know. That's a question for CDC. Me being realistic probably ain't the right thing to do if people are going to be in jeopardy. Now, they can do it without fans in the stadiums and stuff like that and putting people at additional risk. And people, I mean, at this point, you kind of got to sign a waiver if you're a player. I'm guessing the league's going to do something like that where you say, you know, you're kind of doing it not at your own risk, but we're going to take care of you if something happened to you, but we understand that the implications could be to you might get sick.
All right, cool. So I think we all agree that there's going to open up no matter what. Like Nana said, money talks is going to happen no matter what.
For sure.
All right, second current event. What do you guys think about LeBron and Whitlock? I apologize, I may be saying his name wrong, but Ahmaud Arbery was the guy that got shot, I think it was in Georgia, was gunned down by two guys in the neighborhood that said thought he was a burglar, ended up a fight that led to someone being shot. So now Mr. Arbery losing his life. So what do you guys think? Was LeBron using his platform correct? Was Whitlock right in saying that, hey, LeBron's stance shows weakness? And was he doing it as a thing to kind of separate himself from Jordan? What do you guys kind of think about those couple questions there? I guess we'll start out with, was LeBron using his platform in the right way, do you guys think?
I mean, just to stick to Whitlock and LeBron, I mean, I feel like we'll let that whole situation play out the way it plays out, letting the courts and stuff handle that side. Mm-hmm. So I'll speak to the side of, LeBron with Whitlock.
Sports angle.
The sports angle from it. I feel like, LeBron, whatever his need was to feel, he's at the top of the platform, so I think he's earned it to be able to speak about certain things, public events, things that, are current events that happen that kind of are impactful to the world altogether. So he exercised his right, his First Amendment right, freedom of speech. He did what he felt like he needed to do. Whitlock also exercised his First Amendment right, freedom of speech, and he criticized it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not on one side or the other. I think LeBron's wrong. No, I think he should have did what he felt like he needed to do, and Whitlock also has a right to criticize it.
I mean, he's in a tough position at the end of the day. If he says something, it's why are you saying something? Just stick to basketball. Just what's the saying? What's the phrase?
We're an athlete.
Yeah, just
shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. Yeah. If he says something and it's like, oh, he's using his platform to be in politics and he's blaming cops and all this kind of other stuff. So at the end of the day, me personally, I think he said exactly what he needed to say. He didn't go too much into detail because sometimes, a lot of times, these sports figures, they talk about stuff like this and they don't have the right facts and they just go out the limb and just say something totally off base. So I'm fine with what he said. He just kind of just generalized, but he used his heart is out with the family, so that's good.
Nah, I agree with you now. Like if he said something, he's going to criticize. If he doesn't say something, he's going to criticize. I mean, I think he said he used it lightly to his advantage, but I mean, either way, he used his platform. Was he right? Was he wrong? I mean, that's what everybody else thinking. I think he was okay with it, but that's what everybody else thinks. But I think it was all right.
I mean, it's his right, what Rodney said. It's his Twitter. You can't tell him what to say. We earned that right. We fought for that right as a country. The only thing I say is, I think if you're going to be that social justice person, you can't be at 95% of the time. You got to be 100. And LeBron's resume on that's a little sketchy. Like the China stuff, he backed off of it because his money was tied to it. So again, if you're going to do it, be all in. You can't be a part-time social justice fighter. That's my only problem with LeBron when he does it.
That's true.
Yeah, you're either all in or you're not. And he's sometimes 90% in.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I'll say. But again, they both have the right to their opinion, which is definitely something we've earned as a country. And second to last topic on current events, Cam Newton. He's been flip-flopping a little bit. First he said, you know what, he only wants to be a starter. He's in it for a starter only. Then now the market's drying up. Things are getting a little tight. It seems like he may not be playing football in 2020 unless something crazy happens. Now he's open to being a backup quarterback and in the right situation. So what do you guys think for Cam?
I said this a long time ago. Nobody want to be looking for work, man. Not when you're in a league where every year matters, every year counts. I knew at some point in time, it's not a matter of what you want to do. It's a matter of what you have to do at some point in time. You got to feed your family, you got to feed yourself. And I'm sure the guy got plenty of money, so that's not the case. But if you want to play football, you got a limited number of years to do it. You got to take the backup role. You got to accept it. You got to go in there, rebuild the image. Not saying your image is bad. I know some injury things is the reason why you are there, but maybe some of it is image. So with that being the case, I feel like he don't have no choice but to accept the backup.
Do you think he's just saying that? Just saying he was going to be backup? You truly believe it, or what you think?
I think it's kind of like pride thing, man. Like your pride got in the way. You felt like you was a starter. The market spoke. You learned that maybe people don't see you as a starter. So with that being the case, you rather go back on your own word and say this to kind of save your own face.
I got you.
I mean, at the end of the day, he wants a job. He wants to prove himself. If he goes to the right team, the sky's the limit. Honestly, if he goes to a team like the Steelers, Big Ben gets injured every year. He's going to be out for at least 3-4 games. And those 3-4 games, that's an audition for the rest of the league. He might have a job next year. So if he goes to the right situation, he's good. So it's good that he said this. He has to.
Does Cam stay healthy though? Himself?
I think he's healthy. I mean, I seen that little YouTube video. I think he's ready, man. He lost weight. He was strong.
He grinded. He was a grind.
I would say any job's better than no job. So at this point, whether he's making, even if it's $1 million he's making, it's better than what he's not making right now, right? So any opportunity is better than no opportunity. So
look at Jameis, man.
Definitely. And I think, look, a year ago, Tannehill was making $6 million. He came in the right spot, played out of his mind, earned a new contract, and now this year's making what, $32 million, I think it is.
Yeah,
right, somewhere he got $67 million guaranteed.
$30 million.
So in the right situation, you rehab your career, and the earning potential is limitless at that point. And the last current event of the day, we're going to talk about the Cowboys bringing in the red rifle and Dalton being Dak's backup, or maybe even a competition for starting in some people's eyes. What do you guys think about Andy Dalton down in Texas, going back home?
I mean, I think that's a good move for the Cowboys. It's a very solid move, especially with Dak. Who knows that contract situation? Andy Dalton, I think he's a very good backup. He's a low-end starter. So, I mean, Dak doesn't miss games, but if he does, if Dalton has played 1-2 games, that's a very solid move. So I'm not mad with the move at all, honestly.
It's a good insurance policy. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can't get the contract worked out, that contract probably was looking in the ballpark of $40 million. But when you bring in yourself, like the Cowboys had no leverage prior to bringing in Dalton. Not saying they have a whole lot of leverage, but when you could say, oh, we got a guy that could kind of replace you, maybe not to the level where you played at, but it at least says to him, maybe he'll take a contract as a compromise at $35 million now. So the Cowboys got some insurance policy.
He's not taking a penny less than what he's worth. No chance. Dak's made it very clear he's about his money. Yeah.
Man, I don't think Dalton, that's not a threat at all, honestly.
I mean, Dalton not trash though.
He's not
good.
Is he the best backup quarterback in the NFL right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the best backup right now.
Yeah,
unless
I'm
Cam
saying
Newton
right
gets signed. If Cam Newton gets signed, then no. But right now, I think he's the best backup.
No, I'll go with Jameis as the best backup.
That's how I forgot about James Winston. No, that's probably accurate.
Yeah,
I'll take the
Anyone for Logan Woodside? No?
I know what that is, honestly.
It's a big power move by Jerry, man. I like that.
So, all right, but definitely, I guess some leverage in Jerry's back pocket. Speaking of insurance, I saw something the other day that Dak has a $100 million insurance policy in case he gets hurt. He gets it guaranteed.
Smart man.
If anything happens to him, his agent told him to get a couple years.
Smart agent, yeah.
Smart man.
$100 million policy, man. Yeah, it's crazy, definitely. All right, cool. So we're going to end the current events and hop into our first big topic of the day, which is the NFL schedule came out last night. I think it was 8 o'clock. And there's some heavy hitters. Of course, it's like a holiday for us, especially with no sports right now, right? It's like a game almost. Yeah. I felt like I was getting ready to watch like Sunday Night Football or something, right? Thursday night game, something crazy. Yeah, we did. Definitely need that. So we'll start at, what was you guys' favorite Week 1 matchup that you saw? Like you saw this game, you're like, I'm ready to watch that right now. Like, you might even turn the TV on by accident.
I saw the Saints versus the Bucs, and I was ready, man. I was like, man, this is a potential NFC game, championship game preview. I was like, man, I'm ready. You got two aging quarterbacks fighting against Father Time. I'm ready to watch. I mean, whoever wins that game has early leg up on that division, and that's going to be a big division come football season.
All right, now I brought up a good point right there. We're going to jump off top a little bit. Who's the better 40-year-old quarterback right now, Brady or Breeze? For next year, you guys are going to pick one.
I'm taking Breeze.
I agree. He played better last year. Granted, the weapons wasn't the same. I take Breeze though.
Good.
I'll go with Brady, man. I think the weapons, Breeze obviously has a multitude of weapons, but I think Tom Brady, if you put those weapons in Tom Brady, I think Tom Brady could have the same numbers or maybe even better. So I'm going with Brady.
I'm a rocking down on that. I think a motivated Tom Brady is going to be something scary to see this year, man. I really do. That dude, forget TB12, forget 6th-round pick, forget any of that stuff. I think this is the number one motivation of his career. So it's going to be interesting to see, though, definitely. All right, so now I had Saints, Bucs. What about you, Rod?
I actually got the same game. I like the Saints Bucs.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah, I thought that was a big matchup. To see Tom Brady come back after the year he had, not saying his year was awful, but we seen Tom Brady
wasn't Brady's
at all-time highs every year prior to that. So to see him go up against the guy who's been a leader of that division for the last few years, I'd love to see that dueling match between a 40-year-old quarterback.
Cool. What about you, Chris?
I'm a little different than these two. I like the Niners and Cardinals matchup. So you got like Kyler Murray, second year.
Really?
Yeah. You got DeAndre there now. So you go against that front seven of the Niners. And Pop Sherp on the outside. The D-Hop.
Hall of Fame, Richard Sherman.
Hall of Fame,
All decade, Richard Sherman.
All decade, but I think it's gonna be an exciting game, man. I think
Cardinals,
the
Niners.
yeah.
I didn't really have that in my mind, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't think Pop-Up Sherman going to be guarding?
Fitz?
I guess that'd be a good matchup.
You better guard Fitz. He guard DeAndre. It might be a long night.
All right, I have a little bit of a different game. I do agree with y'all that Bucs, Saints, I'm already sold.
That's
I'm
a
ready,
lot.
right? That's a lot, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I didn't want to go with a lot just to switch it up a little bit, but mine's is Browns, Ravens. It's a division game.
That's a good.
I love watching Lamar. I can't watch Lamar enough right now. And then I'm interested to see what Baker's going to do, man. It's a big year for him.
It is.
Yeah, so, yeah, and then this is a measuring stick game for the Browns. Like, what level of football are we playing this year? And then Odell, it's a big year for him because we heard the trade rumors all off season. Second year, if it doesn't gel this year in Cleveland, Odell's gone. You know that, right?
He said he motivated, man. That's what he
He
said.
better be. So
He motivated.
He might be going for the year.
he might be gone. And then you got Humphrey versus Odell, which I think is a key matchup, man. It's probably arguably 2 top 5 players at their position.
Yeah.
And then,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Top 3, honestly.
And then we
Yeah,
know
right,
we know Odell had the advisor last year, the Richard Millie watch. So I don't know what he's gonna bring out this year, but you know he always keep it interesting. So
Sure.
something new to see, definitely.
Hopefully they first round, week 1 better than it was last
I knew
year.
somebody was gonna say it. I knew somebody was gonna say that, man. All right, cool. So what next? I guess we go to matchup of the year from that. So this is your game of the year that you got to mark ahead on your iPhone calendar that I'm ready for this game right now.
I like the Ravens Cowboys game. Week 13, Thursday night game on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, Ravens winning.
Is that after Thanksgiving? The week after Thanksgiving, I think, right?
I believe that might be.
I think it is.
I like this game because obviously you can't get enough watching Lamar.
I love him.
see it.
I love him.
I'm hoping to see, and he had a great year last year from year 1 to year 2. I'm hoping I see that grow because I want to see it's good for the league.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for the league. It's good for football fans. I want to see him, and I want to see what Dak is going to do. Is Dak going, cement himself as a $40+ million quarterback this year? By having in games like this is where you do that. Big stage prime time against Lamar, who's probably turning to the face of the league at some point. You gotta,
man. Yes, definitely.
I'm gonna see it.
All right. Ravens Cowboys.
I'm looking at week 12. Like I like the Chiefs and the Bucs game. I got the boy Mahomes going against the old head Brady, and that's when Mahomes is going to show that he's that dude now. He's going to shut Brady down. I want to hear about at this point. It's going to be the wrap up of MVP. At that point, he's going to wrap it up,
Locking it in.
locking it in. That's going to be a matchup.
I like
the old head versus young boy.
That's a lot of Brady down, man.
Old head.
He said the young boy, the new.
Young boy ain't beat him when the games went on the line, though, right? We still have that AFC title game,
Yeah,
man.
I know.
He got on the chip though.
Hey,
First off that chip, going for back to back.
1 ain't nothing compared to 6, man.
That's true.
Man,
He said I got that drink and me going back to back.
Nah, that ain't happening, man. That ain't happening.
Back to back like Jordan 96, 97. Whoa.
I had something different. I had week 3, Lamar versus Mahomes. Anytime you get Lamar versus Mahomes on the same field, it's must-see
That's sexy.
TV, man. It's must-see
That's
TV.
sexy.
Must-see TV.
You know, you saw it last year, it was fireworks, and I think this year new improved throwing mechanics and passing improvement from Lamar, and it's gonna be a good game.
Nah, I stole my game. There you got the last 2 MVPs of the league going against each other. My 2 favorite QBs to watch. And then the Chiefs offense versus the Ravens defense, man. It's like they're both extremes, though. The alpha offense of the NFL versus probably the alpha defense.
If they
A hybrid defense. Type.
They fixed that run game.
Yeah, that's true. And
They better not roll out. That defense they brought against Tennessee.
True. And I think you got 2 top 5 head coaches going against each other.
Fact, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's another, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and once again, opposing sides of the ball. They
Yes,
represent.
that's a chess match. That's not
Yeah, it
checkers.
is,
They're playing
for sure.
here.
What y'all think about week 15, Chiefs versus Saints, potential Super Bowl preview?
That's another.
I like to say you gotta like Drew Brees, man. Anytime you get Brees, they got brought Emmanuel Sanders in there. They upgraded some defensive spots. I like it. I think it'll be a good little matchup.
That's definitely a good matchup.
Yeah, that's a great game. Where's that? Do you know where that game is? Is it in the Superdome?
Well, I have no idea. I think it is in Superdome.
Yeah,
Chiefs versus Saints, so-
that's an interesting game too. Definitely, it's gonna be NFC South's gonna have a lot of interesting matchups at the end of the year because Falcons and Saints hate each other and they always play each other at the end of the year. And even if the Falcons are good or not,
They play tough.
they're playing tough.
Every year.
It's the best
They
rivalry
do.
in football right now, in my opinion.
It's tough, yeah.
And then you got the
Yeah,
Bucs
tough.
and Saints, which is gonna be a tough game at the end of the year. So I think some interesting matchups.
Surprisingly, I got the Falcons being a little bit of a sleeper team this year, man.
Really?
because-
I've heard that.
Yeah, they're like they just slept on team right now. Like nobody got respect for what they did last year, but they finished the year strong.
What makes you think that though?
Because Dan Quinn, in my opinion, is coaching for a job.
Their backs are against the wall. Everyone is GM.
That's a problem. I think he's a problem, honestly.
Like they brought, Raheem Morris got promoted to the defensive coordinator, and I think the players want, like everybody wants to play, and they got something to prove. Like they slept on guys, man. They banged the table for Dan Quinn. So if your players bang the table for you, like I feel like they going short.
So what are they doing in the past 2 years though? They just letting it ride?
I mean, injuries for the Falcons. Honestly, it's only one or two teams maybe been hit worse than they have, but it's probably neck and neck. They've had some tough injuries, man, especially on that defensive side of the ball.
I hear you.
Injuries are bad drafting though, because I feel like they just haven't made a lot of good draft moves too though.
Their draft is questionable on the defensive line, nonetheless.
Yeah.
But the injuries, man, like I think injuries hurt you so bad because sometimes draft picks do take a couple years to develop, so you're not the most afraid of that. You can live with that a little bit, but when you get hurt, you down to get three deep, man, you ain't gonna last long in the NFL, man.
That stuff be tough. So that's gonna be some good stuff to see with these games right now for sure. So we're gonna jump in from that to a Super Bowl matchup. What do you guys have as an early Super Bowl matchup?
Man, that's tough, man. Right now, just straight from the heart.
That's on the schedule. No. What that's on the schedule? What you saw last year, like you know what? For me, I'll say Chiefs Bucs was one that stood out to me. You got the AFC, NFC. The Super Bowl's in Tampa this year. I'm on the Brady being motivated train, man. Like I feel like this dude, like if he's ever wanted to have a good season, this is he'd give up the 07 season. I think Brady would give us one of the Super Bowls to have a dominant year to show like, yo, it's me, not Belichick.
Nah, I agree with you word for word.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be it, man. I really, honestly, I'm gonna throw it out there now. He's my early MVP pick, man.
Brady?
Yeah, I really do. He's the only person in my lifetime in sports I've never doubted, man. I never have. I've never
He's your early MVP?
Early MVP pick right now. I really do, man.
I like the Super Bowl matchup from the regular season. I don't know about MVP. I can't. I think Mahomes comes back for that title, man.
It's hard to win back-to-back MVPs in the NFL, though, in any sport, period. And then
I know, but he had that 2 years ago. Then Lamar had it last year.
Yeah.
I think Mahomes coming back for it, man.
It's tough.
That Super Bowl, man.
I can see Mahomes doing.
Mahomes could have done it. That's 3 weeks.
I think you guys are underrating the Super Bowl hangover, man. Teams don't win a Super Bowl and come back that next year and play. They get fat and happy, man. That's hard, man. It's hard.
I think Mahomes different. I think he's a different cat.
They young and they happy, man. They like to play. I think they hungry. I was gonna ask that question, Roger. You stole it right out of my mouth. Like, is this the Super Bowl hangover going to be?
I think
they're coached. I think Reed. I think he has a mindset like, nah, I'm not just laying still now. I think he's gonna be hungry.
Like being hungry?
Yeah. I think he's
what makes him different from the other Super Bowl? I don't like Kansas City at all, man. I'm down in Kansas City this year, honestly.
Like how down? Like out the playoffs or
like not out the playoffs, but I think like a 10-win team. Man.
Really?
I think the division's gonna get a little bit better. San Diego played bad last year, below their level. I feel like I think Denver's gonna take a step forward, and I think Oakland's gonna be decent too. I think that Super Bowl is tough, man. That's the other underrated. It beats you up, man. You play an extra 4 games that beats you up. And then a lot of these dudes, you see Breland's already down in wherever he lives, South Carolina was it? While they're walling out of the gas station. I'm telling you, these dudes, man, Chris Jones like, yo, they don't want to pay me, they don't want me here. Why am I going to give 100% for it? Like, things like that happen, man.
That's right. You're right.
And Mahomes going to get that $40 million no matter what. Probably before the season starts, so it's hard, man.
I'm gonna go back to the world one more time since it ain't dry.
Yeah.
I think that Ravens Cowboys matchup.
Cowboys
right.
Yeah, man.
I was a Cowboys fan.
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
You sure? Every time you
I love everything they did this offseason.
They ain't get no defense this offseason, man. They can't play the Super Bowl no defense.
Listen, man.
Who they starting corner?
The Chiefs didn't have no defense.
Who they starting corner?
The Chiefs had enough defense because they had too much.
Cowboys starting corner.
They got Trayvon Diggs.
He was a rookie though.
I can't put that name out there.
They got Trayvon Diggs.
Here goes Ronnie, man.
So wait, your Super Bowl team.
They got Andre Brown.
Ronnie, you can't say those names seriously.
They got Chigadobe Woozier.
Ronnie, come on,
man.
Look at the guys you're naming.
They brought a high.
All right, so
Oh,
trash. First of all,
he's joking. Nah.
They running high, man. What's going on?
Forget their corners.
your name.
you got Jeff even higher than same place.
Alden Smith not gonna help that deal.
Wait, forget their corners. Honestly, in the NFL, you can win a Super Bowl with suspect corners. Look at the pass rush. Like, where they get a pass rush?
Nah, DeMarcus Lawrence. Come on, man. Cut him some slack.
He got paid and
Cut him some slack.
I didn't see him.
Slack.
I didn't see him all last year.
The linebacker core is official. They got
Wait. Jalen Smith he had a bad year last year, man.
Sean.
And then
Anderson was
play.
fine. No, that was fine.
Ben Anderson didn't play.
Ben Anderson's hurt a little bit. They
He made
fine,
it.
man.
I don't trust his injury going forward.
That neck, man, that's no joke, man.
Mark my word. Cowboys will be dangerous this year.
Rodney, they're counting on Alden Smith, who hasn't played in 5 years.
He got a fresh
Gregory,
body. Fresh body.
fresh body, man. At some point,
I don't know.
Fresh body.
I don't know if he fresh body. I don't know if he's fresh.
he was sleeping outside like a year and a half ago.
Look at
fresh
Your
body.
body not fresh sleeping underneath the car, man.
It's a fresh body. He hungry though. He hungry because of that.
He's hungry,
You
man.
drive that green past Randy Gregory, man, he's right back out again, man. Like,
No. Players play high. I don't think that's a problem. I just think like these dudes haven't played football in a long time. Man.
Yes.
We see Le'Veon last year, and that's an
That was a
all-pro caliber
year.
player.
That was all a year.
You took a year off.
But you talking about on a trash team though. The Jets.
but you still-
I'm not gonna compare that.
Nah, but
I mean,
If Le'Veon goes to a better team, I think Le'Veon produces better.
I think the Cowboys front seven. I don't like the Cowboys front seven. Honestly, that's my point. Why I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. I don't like. DeMarcus Lawrence had 5 sacks last year, and he.
oh, they got Dante Poe, though, right?
I like. They got Dante.
All right, we gonna move on, man. He said Dante. I don't like the Cowboys front seven. That's why I don't like the Super Bowl team.
I'm being biased.
No, it's not being biased.
I'm being biased. I'm not making
Realistically,
that.
Dak hasn't shown the clutch spots yet. Dak hasn't shown that. Zeke looked fat and happy last year. The front seven on the defense is trash, man. Like the O line, they're all overpaid. I see 8-8, man, 9-17.
Oh, I don't know about
I'll say,
I'm telling you.
10-6 max.
Dallas is number one pick, and everyone loves the pick. Again, they took a position where that was the most set position on their entire team. Like you took a strength and made it more of a strength. That to me,
Dallas minimum 11-5.
Minimum.
no way, man.
I agree. I'm
No, minimum.
No,
That's minimum.
Based on what? They're 8-18.
Based on what?
What did they
That's
get
the
better?
baseline.
What did they do to get better from last year?
Dallas
though?
last year just dropped games they should have never dropped.
Like what?
That's their MO.
They pretty much threw up. They choked. They pulled them in.
That's their MO,
That's their
though.
MO.
They threw up, but I
So how they gonna change that this year?
this year, man, I think
Yeah.
it's just I think they
But
had
how-
a team.
how-
we got a new coach, a veteran coach.
You gotta-
Wait.
You made McCarthy like
Wait.
that.
Wait.
McCarthy
Super Bowl winning coach.
Wait,
Put that on his own
First off,
resume.
that Super Bowl was a decade ago. Number
Literally.
one.
Let's go to resume.
It
though.
is. That's true. It's on his resume, but I mean, it doesn't mean it has anything to do with now. Though. And the dude was getting massages on the team meetings 2 years ago. That's the most recent thing that he was doing, man. I don't care that he read a bunch
It
of
was
books.
tense.
What have they done?
Nah,
It was stressed out.
Nah, man.
They
Nah.
stressing them out.
But what have they
It's
done to
pretty
make you
bad.
think they're gonna go from
That's my question too. What did they
9-7
improve
to
on?
go to Super Bowl
What
figure?
were they last year? 8-8,
9-7.
9-7.
McCarthy.
8.
Yeah. So what?
They got a head coach. So you know they had Mr. Status Quo, Mr. Stay Stagnant, Jason
Everybody
Garrett.
killed Jason Garrett. He was that great guy.
I like Garrett. I have no issue with Garrett, but he's Mr. Stagnant. Like you don't expect him to be great. I think he's more of a quarterback whisperer, in my opinion.
It's more Jerry
I don't
Jones than Garrett,
necessarily-
too.
Yes, but that's because he's more of a. He's quiet, man. He don't have that alpha male in him. I feel like, but I feel like McCarthy does have the alpha male. He wasn't his best coach because they stressing him out. Look at what they doing with Aaron Rodgers.
Wait.
But you going to
Wait, so he's stressed out in Green Bay to go to Dallas and not be stressed?
They stressing him out. That's why
Green Bay already got an owner. So now you got the good owners.
He getting massages. He was just getting attention out. Yeah. So now he get to lead that.
On the field, what have they done to get better from 8-8 though? You guys have
There's
to
one got a
legit.
coach that's going to take him to the next level.
What?
What do you got?
They got the players that said they got the players, man.
What do you guys know about Mike McCarthy?
Wait. Look at that team. They come out 5 wins every year. Two against the Giants,
Exactly.
2 against the Redskins, and 1 against y'all. That's 5
Yeah,
wins.
that's 5 wins. They guaranteed.
The rest of the
You said
Wait. They going 5-1 in division?
Yeah. They beating the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles won.
They always beat the Eagles at
They
least
beating
once.
the Giants
and the
twice.
Redskins?
The Redskins
I can't give
twice.
them
That's
sweeps and
5.
blows. The Redskins always play them tough. I can't give them
Yeah,
sweeps.
man, talking about. I think they beat them.
They don't beat them every time. I can't give them sweeps and blows.
So they're going minimum 5-1 in the division. That's
That's tough.
No,
That's
minimum
tough.
4-2. 4-2.
Minimum 4-2.
All right.
4-2. I think they'll win 7 more games.
Nah, man.
7 more games. Yeah, the schedule? Nah, post schedule, please.
I'm just saying, what have they done to got better?
That's what I'm saying. What they've done, they got better. That's what
That coach is gonna do.
That coach-
what
I think that does wonder.
That coach, if he was so good with Steve Lee in Green Bay, that coach has had a top 5
quarterback
all
all time,
time.
man.
And
He got top 5 quarterback all time.
do nothing.
They drafted Jordan Love, man. Like they don't care about their.
I would hear that.
They drafted Jordan Love now, man. Not when McCarthy was there. He was there for 12 years.
Yeah, Rodgers in his prime.
They got Rodgers no weapons though. Like what
And one
That's a Super Bowl.
One Super Bowl.
That's
No. He went to one.
He went to one.
No, that's right.
He ain't going to another one. Nah, I can't. Nah, man, that's disappointing.
But he got a dub.
He's a '90s Braves. That's what he is. They're that great team.
He won a Super Bowl.
Sean Payton had Drew Brees and won Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Wait. Listen, I think Sean Payton's overrated. Don't give me Sean Payton as a backup. If anything, I give Sean Payton more respect.
Let Roger go ahead. Don't do that. Oh shoot.
Come on, man.
I want to do that. Pull that back up.
You said 11-5 minimum. That's you saying what? 11-5 minimum.
11-5. That's the baseline.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go through the schedule.
With injuries 10-6.
All right, Cowboys, Rams.
Lost.
No, Cowboys.
In Rams.
They win. The Rams is a mess.
They lose the Rams every year though.
Nah, it's a dub.
They lose the Rams every year.
Dub. Go ahead.
All right, next game: Falcons, Cowboys, and Dallas.
Dub.
2-0.
All right,
1-1.
Cowboys, Seahawks.
2-1.
Where at?
In Seattle.
Lost.
2-1.
2-1.
1-2.
Man, that's because you're an Eagles fan. You're not allowed to rate. Don't rate.
I'm
You're an Eagles fan.
All right, Browns, Cowboys, and Dallas.
3-1.
Dub. 3-1.
Browns, Cowboys, and Dallas.
That's a dub. I don't think the Browns gonna win more than 6 games.
Go ahead.
All right, Giants, Cowboys, and Dallas.
Dub.
1.
3-2.
Cardinals, Cowboys, and Dallas.
5-1.
Lost.
Cowboys, Redskins, and DC.
6-1.
Dub.
Cowboys, Eagles, and Philly.
Philly get the dub.
So was that 6-2?
6-2.
They gonna split it next time. It don't matter.
Steelers, Cowboys, and Dallas.
Dub for Dallas.
Lost.
All right.
7-2.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, everything. Like, hold up, come on.
Cowboys, Vikings, and Minnesota.
Lost.
The Vikings get the dub on that.
7-3.
Hey, Vikings get
All right, Redskins, Cowboys, and Dallas.
Dub again, 8-3.
8-3.
Cowboys, Ravens, and
Lost.
Baltimore.
Baltimore get the dub, 8-4.
8-4.
Cowboys, Bengals, and Cincinnati.
Dub, 9-4.
Niners,
Y'all
Cowboys.
9-4. I'm going to my head.
Niners, Cowboys, and Dallas.
9-5.
Lost.
No, I'm giving them the dub.
Come on, man.
I don't think the Niners get the dub there, man.
All right, let them run. All right, Eagles, Cowboys, and Dallas.
They get the
Yeah,
dub.
man, it's split. I mean, either way, yeah.
11-4 right now.
All right,
Come on,
Cowboys,
man.
Giants, and New York.
The Giants, man.
12-4. But my worst, if they dropped another game, check it out.
That's 9-7.
That's 12-4. If they dropped another game, they dropped the San Fran game,
Hey, who just said
and they're 11-5.
Seattle?
It's still 11-5.
All right.
Seattle. He said
All right.
Seattle too, right?
No, I said they lose to Seattle.
All right, so we got serious question. We gotta get serious here for a second.
It's 10-6.
So Mike McCarthy's worth.
Yo, they
Right, 11-5
The
minimum.
schedule is easier.
the schedule is much easier.
The schedule is much easier.
No,
than last
man.
year.
No.
What's in the man? Let's move on.
Mike McCarthy's worth
Let's move on.
He that nice?
I ain't arguing.
Get back
He that nice?
No, wait.
One Super Bowl in 13
No.
years. He that nice?
How many Super Bowls y'all got?
Yo, all right.
We got
All right.
one in 4 years. We're done.
All right, we gotta be serious.
Apart
here.
from Bill Belichick, who's winning multiple Super Bowls like that?
All right, we
Like
got.
Tomlin.
Let everybody say that.
Wait. We gotta be serious here for a second.
All these coaches
All right.
winning Super Bowls like that.
Why? Seriously, Mike McCarthy's worth 4 wins.
He might just be. There's a lot of
Why? But why? I'm asking you why?
They
Why?
blew a lot of close games.
He
last
had
year.
Rodgers in his prime. Only got
We're not
one.
arguing with this, man. Let
There's
this
plenty
go.
of coaches.
Let this
I
go.
had one more question. That's all.
11-5, man. The season gonna
Just
speak.
one more. Just one more question. Mike McCarthy's really worth 4 more wins than last year.
Yo, I just think that Dallas dropped nonsense.
What have they
I don't
done
think that's
to get
happening.
that much better?
They brought Mike McCarthy in, so you're gonna get the coaching
All right,
right.
so Roddy's answer is yes, he's worth 4 more games.
yeah.
Nah, do you agree?
He's worth 2 or 3 more games.
Do you know what a 4-win coach? A 4-win coach is like Belichick level.
Nah, man, we
That's
not
a
arguing
forward
with it.
coach.
Man, what's the
I'm
next
in.
topic, man? I ain't arguing.
All right.
Give him 2 or 3 more games. So
Come on, you got 2, 3, 4. Which one you want to pick?
3.
3?
Give him 3.
That's 11-5.
All right.
5 teams.
All right, last question on this topic is Roddy a Cowboys fan? Be serious. Is he a Cowboys?
Hell yeah, he a Cowboys
All right. Chris, is he a Cowboys?
Titans 1A, Cowboys 1B. It's like,
I don't like the Cowboys. Yo, I just like what they.
every recording we had, Cowboys best draft, Cowboys best pick, Cowboys will win the NFTs, Cowboys win Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You Cowboys,
Nah.
Yes, no. Best draft was what? Cowboys. Who won the
Best
NFTs?
value pick.
Best value pick, Cowboys.
Best coach in the NFL. Cowboys.
Who going to the Super
I
Bowl?
want to disrespect
Who
that.
going to the Super Bowl? What you say?
Cowboys.
We had
Rodney Bayless, man, get out of here.
Rodney Bayless, yo.
Get out of here.
Yo.
All right, man. We're going to move on anyway. But,
man.
Cowboys.
man. So, wait. I gave my Super Bowl matchup. Ron gave his. That led to this topic. And,
I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but I'm going to go back to week 15, Saints, Chiefs.
Saints, Chiefs? Okay.
Yeah, you got two high-power offense. I think the Saints got a little bit more defense, so they probably come out on top in that matchup. But
That's a tough one. I can't argue that at all. That's tough. Yeah. Chris.
I agree with Nana. Saints Chiefs. That's
So what?
Saints, Chiefs? All right, cool. All right, perfect. So, man, I can't wait for football, man, because these debates are already like this in football. We ain't playing no games yet.
At all.
Like, it's crazy, man, but it's going to be some good stuff, man.
Cowboys.
y'all watch when they go to them.
I'm gonna get Ronnie. Dak Prescott.
All right, so we're going to do some quick team records for about...
Can I ask Ronnie one more question?
Yeah, go ahead, Rod.
Would you trade Tannehill for Dak Prescott right now?
Right now?
He's gonna say, yeah, no, you going.
I can't do it because Dak about to get too much money. I'm comfortable with Tannehill at 30.
Say you get the same price as Tannehill. You doing it?
I don't see no difference.
Nah, I would just keep Tannehill. They're the same quarterback.
Alright.
I think they're the same quarterback.
You
Honestly.
took a little too long to answer that.
I was trying to process it.
That's honestly disrespectful to Dak, but we're going to move on. Man. I can be here all day. It's disrespectful.
I'm trying to process it. I think they're very similar quarterback.
That's how we go. I was curious.
All right, so we're going to do quick team records. We got 7 teams we're going to do. So we're going to start out with the Chiefs first. What do you guys think is the record for the next year? I already gave mine. I'm on the board 10-6.
I'm going 13-3. Honestly, yep.
Yeah.
13-3, so for
I got.
He got his Chiefs jacket on.
I got
right
Chiefs
now.
colors on, yeah.
So you a Chiefs fan?
Yeah,
Then?
Chiefs fan. Yeah. We all got-
I'm a Holmes fan.
I'm gonna get the Chiefs 12-4.
That's what I just said though. But I'm a Chiefs fan.
You said 13-3.
I said 13-4.
You said 13-3. You said 13-3.
That's what I was
Yeah.
for.
I'm gonna go with 13-3. I might even see 14-2. I don't think nobody.
I ain't going that far, but I want
Nobody in that division
I want
seen
you.
them.
The division get better. It did get better.
It did get better. But I don't think it's-
Raiders got better.
Stop.
They got Aguilar now. You got
Stop, man.
Jason Witten too? You gonna give him that?
no, but the division did get better. Denver got better. I think Denver got a lot better. Honestly.
I'm telling you, Denver.
Denver gonna lose 2 games to him. Go ahead.
I'm going.
Wait.
I'm going on
2 games better.
I'm going on a limb.
Denver
right-
gonna lose 2 games to Kansas City.
I'm going on a limb right now. Denver's gonna be 8-8 next year.
Yeah, but 2 of the losses out of
I'm
8
telling you,
losses.
I'm telling you, they're gonna split with Kansas City.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
Kansas
lose
City.
both games to Kansas
Nah,
City.
they're
No, I can see.
They're gonna split in Kansas
Denver. They
City.
play
I'm
Denver.
telling you.
They play Denver what, like week 3, something like
They're
that.
gonna split in Kansas City.
That's Denver. No, I agree, with Roger.
Yeah,
That's very tough.
home sleep.
But in Denver's no joke. So I mean, I can see a split there.
But I
But
hope he dislocate both.
in the Ravens game, it could be tossed up. But
All right, cool. We're gonna do the next team, which is the hottest team in the NFL market right now, the Bucs. I'm on the board as 11-5 for Tampa.
I'm 11-5 too. I got that 11-5.
10.
They're gonna be fighting first place.
I think their best joint 10-6, man. I think they're getting a large. I think Brady's going to ball out. I think 10-6 though. I feel like the same way. And I'm not going to do them like I did the Browns. I told y'all the Browns gonna be trash. Everybody remember that?
Oh yeah.
I said the Browns gonna be trash. Y'all remember that? Nobody believed it. I said they're gonna be trash, and they was trash. It's not. They're not gonna be like that.
I'm
But
done
I think
with
it'll be
the
10-6.
Cowboys,
Man. Maybe
man.
10-6.
All right,
That's
right.
best case scenario.
What you
That's the
got?
best case.
Best case.
Best case
10-6. Yeah.
Man, I think they're gonna be 11-5. They probably gonna lose 2 games to the Saints, but they're gonna concede that division.
Maybe 10-6.
I just see. No, I can see.
You disrespected Brady.
You
so much.
disrespected. I
They
see
still
them.
got the strong man.
They be fighting to the end. They're gonna be fighting the end.
But chemistry.
Hold on. I was about to say.
Wait. You don't think
chemistry?
Brady's cheats just as much as Belichick? You see, he got caught at Byron Leftwich house for 7 hours in the playbook. You see him Gronk in a playbook 2 months ago.
Yeah, man.
He's on Zoom doing throws at him. You know Brady's at the park working out with him. Let's be honest.
That's all
They're all
fine
cheating.
and all, but you gotta get on the field.
You gotta get on that field.
You don't think he's met with them in person by now, throw the ball to him? Come on. If Dak's on there with Dez and them throwing the football, you don't think Brady's doing the same thing?
Nah, you gotta get on that practice.
Come on, man. You gotta talk about the goat, though.
Pads on,
So-
some helmets on.
What's that? He's been doing this 20 years, man.
10-6.
Wait.
But now with these receivers,
So
it's
if you're Brady and you call the Glazer family, I think it is, you say, yo, I need a practice stadium open so I can throw some ball at Mike Evans and Godwin and OJ Howard and Brayton on the boys. You think he's gonna say no
You
to
think
Brady?
they're gonna put on the whole practice, the whole scrimmage one?
Do I think NFL teams cheat? Yes.
Yes.
Wait, didn't the Panthers get caught signing undrafted free agents before the draft ended?
Yes.
The other day? Do I think
They all
NFL teams
cheat,
cheat? Yes. Yes,
They all cheat, especially Brady. Brady's sleeping with his.
They cheating.
He Brady with his old coordinator. He sleeps at
11-5.
He sleeps at his old coordinator's house. Man.
Cool.
Like,
The most interesting one for me, pets. What do you guys think?
6-10. Nah, I'm not gonna do them like that. I think they'll go
Go coach.
I got 8.
9-7.
Yeah, I got 8 and 8.
9 and 7.
Yeah,
8 and 8.
8 and 8.
7 and 9.
All right, cool. 5 and 11 for me.
Yeah? Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, they division.
I
You had the greatest quarterback of all time with an all-time dominant defense.
No,
and
that's
struggle.
They're
true.
gonna go 4. They're gonna get 4 wins in their division though.
From where?
From where?
They're gonna beat the Dolphins.
Miami
Miami beat them last year. We're
They're
great.
gonna beat the Dolphins twice. And
Twice.
Dolphins beat them every year.
Dolphins beat them every year. Man.
Listen to what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
All right, bro,
They're
beat
gonna beat the Dolphins twice. They're gonna beat the Jets
All right.
twice. They're gonna lose to Buffalo twice.
How they beat the Dolphins twice?
I just said they're gonna beat the Dolphins
Yo.
twice.
They lost with
Yo, I got a forehead thermometer here. Go get that joint for Ryan.
Yo, I think
This is
man.
Right.
This is what. Listen.
Hold on.
Four Brothers podcast fans, y'all listen to what I'm saying very clearly here. Let me look at the camera. Listen to what I'm saying very clearly here. Okay?
Give him a spot, man. Go ahead.
They are going to go 9-7. In their division, they're going to go 4-2.
Explain.
They're going to beat the Dolphins twice.
Why,
They're going
though?
to beat the Jets twice, and they're going to lose to Buffalo twice.
Jets
they
got
get
better,
4
Miami
wins
got
there.
better.
They're going to win 5 more wins because they got the greatest coach probably of all times in Bill Belichick.
Have you seen Stid
Just
play?
for him. He's 5 wins better.
Oh, okay.
9-7.
Have you seen Stidham play at all?
It's on the record.
But have you seen Stidham?
Don't matter.
It does
I don't
matter.
need it. You didn't see Castle play before Belichick came out there.
Yo.
They got him a contract. He got Jacoby Brissett a contract.
That's
Jimmy G a contract.
fine.
All of them got contracts, man. I'm trusting Bill Belichick, man.
But what makes you think they're gonna beat
9-7.
Miami twice in the Jets?
9-7. If Castle
both got better.
if he took Castle and made him 11-5, he gonna take Stid and make him 9-7. 9-7. That's what I'm telling you.
I don't know what's worse, the Cowboys in the Super Bowl or sit them 9 and 7. Man. Like,
It's just not happening.
Roddy,
It's not
come
really
on,
happening.
man.
Yo,
Roddy,
I'm on record saying
he's not David Blaine. He's an NFL coach.
9-7.
What's the record against the Bills, you're saying?
Hey, you know what?
He's twice to the Bills.
Yo,
They're
listen.
losing twice.
Yeah.
Listen. If Belichick takes Stidham and they win 9 or 10 games and make the playoffs next year, he's the greatest coach in any sport. I'll say that.
9-7.
If he makes that dude look like a
He made
decent NFL starter, he's the best coach in any sport all the time.
He made Castle get a big contract. Jacoby Brissett got a contract, and then Jimmy G got a huge contract. He made
These are for 2-3 games though.
But check it out. All of these players,
man.
what do they all have in common? None of them is starting quarterbacks, right? Stidham, y'all saying he's not a starting
Yeah, Jimmy G's
quarterback?
a starting
He gonna
quarterback.
no, I'm saying none of them should be starting quarterbacks.
No, he's a starting quarterback.
Come on,
Who?
Jimmy G's a starting
That's disrespectful,
quarterback.
man. Come on, you not started. Right.
I'm not talking to y'all about
He's
this.
a starting quarterback.
Next question.
No. We're gonna
No,
go.
he's
Please.
a
No, we're
starting
gonna go. Jimmy G's not a starter. Right. Jimmy G's not a
They let him
starter.
throw the ball 10 times in the Super Bowl,
Rodney,
man.
Jimmy
That
G's
tells
not
me what they think about the
Hold on. Don't
They talk about bringing in
it.
Tom Brady, man.
Hold on.
I'm not.
Jimmy G's not a starter in the NFL.
Tennessee Titans had
Wait.
Ryan Tannehill.
They-
They got off the Tom Brady sweepstakes right away.
Jimmy
because
G's
they
not a
said we
starter?
trust our
We
quarterback.
don't know that though. Maybe Brady told him no. We don't know that though. We don't know.
I'm not without going
Nah.
through speculation. I'm saying no.
Jimmy G's not a starter.
He's a starter. He's a lower end starter, but he's
Right. He's not a starter.
Garbage, man.
Yo,
Garbage.
but listen,
Garbage.
man.
look at the team around
Garbage.
Stidham, yo. Look at the team. Tom Brady couldn't do nothing with that them teammates.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
we gonna do
I'm done
Stidham.
discussing this.
Nikhil Harry looked like DGB 2.0.
I'm done.
Man, dove for the end zone and dove out of bounds. Like stop, man.
Episode 6, we'll go back and we'll check the record.
Yeah, we.
I want another steak dinner from every one of
I'm not
you.
worried about Stidham right now. Jimmy G's not a starter.
Steak dinner.
All right, we gonna
We
move
already
on.
got one.
All right,
What we got last week?
We gonna move on, man.
What we got last week?
We gonna move on. We
Is it
gonna
2
move
now?
on. We gonna move on.
right,
Ravens,
okay.
next team up. What do y'all think?
Ravens.
Yes, sir.
I got 13-3.
Everybody's 13-3 with y'all, man. Who's gonna be the number 1 seed in the AFC?
It's gonna be Chiefs and Ravens. It's gonna be.
I think the Ravens gonna be tough. People figure them out. I'm gonna go to 11-5 for the Ravens.
Yeah.
All right, some objectivity.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I got 14. I mean, no, sorry. I got 13-3.
All right, we're gonna name this a 13-3 podcast. Then, man. That's a new podcast.
I got 2.
Everybody 13-3.
Chiefs and Ravens. They're gonna be playing. They be playing.
That's a complete
Ravens
team, man.
11-5 next year, man.
11-5.
11-5.
That's
Yes.
reasonable.
So who the number 1 seed in the AFC?
Chiefs.
So if the Ravens are 11-5 and the Chiefs are the number 1 seed, the Chiefs got to be roughly thinking 12-4.
I got the Chiefs being 13.
He got 13. I got 13. He said.
Nah, but y'all
I said 11-5 for
I
Ravens.
had them being 12.
No, wait. Ravens said 11-5. Chiefs said 10-6.
10-6.
Yeah, I had the Chiefs 12-4, and I had the Ravens 11-5.
All right, cool. Eagles.
I got
6.
I got the Eagles winning.
Go Go ahead, say 6 and 10.
10, and I was gonna say 10.
Cowboys fans.
10 I was gonna say 10 or 11 games. Honestly, I like the Eagles. I
What
like
you
the
got,
Eagles this
man?
year.
Which one?
I'll go 11-5.
11-5?
Yeah.
What about you, Rob? Nana?
I got 10-6, but they could easily go 8-8. Honestly.
All right. What about you, Chris?
He said 10-6.
I got 10-6.
10-6? All right, cool.
Yeah.
What you got?
Wait, you said 8 and 8?
They could easily go
Ain't
8-8.
nobody's gonna argue that. Go ahead.
I say 10-6, but I'm with Nana. I mean, I'm not a hard 10-6. I'm with Nana. I can see 8-8, 10-6. Like, there's a 95% chance the record's gonna be between 8 and 8, 10 and 6.
Yeah,
I agree.
no, you're right.
Yeah, I see that.
I see 9, 7, 4.
Yeah,
It's tough. It's tough schedule.
All right, cool. And Cowboys.
Oh, we already know Ryan got him
I told y'all 11-5.
16 and 0.
I said 11-5.
11-5, right?
That's what I think.
11-5.
All right.
I got 10
I
and
think
6.
I'm gonna go and say 12-4.
Come on, man. No, I'm not going like, yeah.
I said 12. I said 11-5 was my base. I would go 12-4.
11-5.
I can't be like everybody else. Just 11-5.
McCarthy's worth at least 3 wins.
We can't go back.
That's it.
Y'all guessing.
Yeah, all right, yeah. We gonna leave that alone, man, because we can't.
Gary was on the sideline clapping. You got a real coach
Yo.
now, man.
Episode 7 is a Mike McCarthy episode,
please.
man. We breaking Mike
Like,
McCarthy.
we break them down.
All right, Cowboys for me
I
9
said-
and 7, man. That trash.
I said 9, 7, 10 and 6.
9 and 7, man.
They fighting for that last wild card spot.
All right, the most important team in the NFL, man. Titans up. What we doing? Tighten up for the Titans, man. What's up?
With the schedule we got, 11-5. I think we got a real easy schedule, man. We had
11-5?
Right, they got some tough road games.
Yeah, tough games.
Right, they got L to open the season. Like, they got L waiting on
Who,
them.
us?
Yes.
Yes.
Week
Denver?
1? Yes.
11-5.
In Denver, too,
I'm
right?
Denver's #1 fan,
We
man.
get,
In Denver.
Tennessee goes on a road week 1 every year and shock everybody.
That's a game we got to go to.
We struggle at home.
I ain't been to Denver.
We always
gotta go to
struggle
that
at home.
game. That's a
For
game
whatever
we gotta
reason,
go
week
to.
1 at home. Look at our week 1 at home record and our week 1 on the road record. We play so much better
Don't
on the
let
road week
Cleveland
1.
gas you last year, man.
I'm not worried about that. I
Denver
think
is a whole different
But I think
ballgame.
we're a confident team. We're a hungry team.
What sense?
No, but the confident team.
Wait. Is Denver's a hard place to play, you mean?
Oh, like you said, it's
It's a tough place to play.
The place is
No, the place-
Check it out.
Denver be improved.
I'm gonna be fair.
I like Denver to get
I'm
better.
being fair.
I
agree.
like
They got better. 11
Yeah, a lot better.
Tennessee. Tannehill gonna have a chip on his shoulder because he came in that game in the second half and we didn't get the dub and we lost to teams we had an anemic offense.
So you said what? 11 and 5? What'd you say?
11-5.
Yeah.
Nah, like, come on, man.
Y'all got Titans glasses on, man. I got 10 and 6.
All right, cool. And the only record you can ever pick for the Titans is 9 and 7. They do it every year, 9 and 7, man.
Come on,
We've been 9 and 7 the past 3-4
They ain't happening
years.
this year.
They going 9
That's
and
our division this year. Everybody knows it's the Titans division.
That's
this
our
year.
division.
Who?
It's been Houston.
I don't think it's the Titans
I
division.
think
this year.
11 and 5. All
All right, cool. We're going to move on, man. So we're going to wrap up a little bit of football for this second. And then we're going to jump into a quick commercial break. We're going to drug test Rodney, do a, you know what I mean? Do a thermometer check of the sport. We're going to do everything, man. We got to check our boy out, man. Something going on. But we're going to jump back in and get into baseball. We're going to skip the game for today's episode, but we got a game coming up next episode. We got baseball up next. And Rodney, man, you can't talk Cowboys this segment. So
He would pick the Cowboys baseball.
World Series favorites. We're going to start out with a heavy hitter subject right there. Who y'all guys are World
1-2
Series
team?
favorite matchup? Yes, sir.
Yankees, Dodgers.
Cowboys and baseball. Exactly. Like,
Yankees, Dodgers.
I'm a Yankees fan, though. So
I know you
Yankees,
are.
Dodgers.
Yankees, Dodgers. All right, Chris, what you got?
I got Yankees, Braves.
Yankees, Braves.
Yes, sir.
What are you? The Chiefs? Baseball,
Anything Native American related, right?
Yankees,
All right, what
Braves.
about you, Nana?
My Yankees gonna take on the Dodgers. My Yankees gonna be on top. I'm calling out right now. I was gonna say Super Bowl champions, but World Series champions. My Yankees.
Thibault for defensive rookie. All right, cool. I'm a little bit different than y'all. I got Yankees and Reds.
Oh,
Out of nowhere, I know. Out of nowhere.
Cool.
That's an out of nowhere pick, but Yankees and Reds. Yeah. All right.
I like
cool.
Reds sleeper this year. That's a real sleeper.
I do like them.
I like them a lot.
Man.
I do like them a lot. I do like them a
Yeah.
lot.
Yankees, they were stat last year. That team, you had Garrett
Nice
Cole.
team, yeah.
You had arguably the best pitcher in baseball to that team.
But after
That
behind him,
offense.
though, there's.
It's actual facts.
I mean, if you get anything out of Tanaka, man. I mean,
Tanaka
plays
Tanaka
well.
been playing solid.
I don't know why.
He been playing solid.
He's a king of like the 3.8 ERA in the regular season as
Nah,
well.
he played well.
Yeah. So you get a
They
solid one.
definitely got enough back.
And if I'm the Yankees, Cole, you got $330 million. You got to pitch 2 times a series, man.
Nah,
You got to
yeah.
pitch.
He gonna pitch twice this year. I think.
He won it 2 last
You
year.
got no choice. You got
He
to.
gonna pitch game
You got
1
to.
and then they gonna
go.
move on.
All right, cool. So we're gonna jump next to AL MVP. Who do you guys like?
I like Mike Trout, honestly. When he's healthy, he's the best player in the
Oh, yeah.
all of baseball.
Not true. I'm going to start. This is one of my things for this podcast to dispel that theory. He's not the best player in baseball. I hate when people say
So who's
that.
the best player in baseball?
I can give you.
I can honestly. Go ahead.
I'm gonna pick my AL MVP. I ain't about to argue Mike Trout. That's his personal opinion. I like Matt Chapman.
I like Matt Chapman. He's nice, man.
Matt Chapman? All right,
That's
great
sweet. I like that
defender.
pick, man.
I like him, but the only thing is defenders are usually MVPs. Though. His biggest strength is his defense.
But he hit well last year. He didn't hit well last year.
He hits well, but his biggest strength is his
Oh,
defense.
exactly.
He won the platinum glove.
That's true.
And it's hard to win the MVP in Oakland, man. They don't have a ball their own stadium.
I know,
It's
that's
hard.
true.
But he's a great player. He's a good
That's a
player.
good pick. That's sleeper. Little pick. I like Francisco Lindor. I think his contract year, he's gonna snap again like he does every year. Francisco Lindor.
How about you, Jeff?
Does he finish the year in Cleveland?
I mean, maybe this how this season's playing out. I think so. I don't know if it's be you said career or season?
Season.
Yeah, I think.
Well, if it's season, he'll finish the season. He's not finished his career there.
I think the season because
Yeah.
the way they're gonna be set up. I don't know.
Yeah, you gonna and I don't trade.
I don't know the trade deal. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but if he does,
They're not gonna stop trades though. That's a big thing.
Nah, but moving.
That's my favorite thing about my birthday.
I yeah,
This is a
it's true.
trade deadline. I love it, man. Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
I think he out of there.
regardless,
Yeah, I think he's out here
He's out of
too.
there.
regardless,
Yeah.
I mean,
Lindor, your pick?
if he stays there, he's my pick.
Cool. All right. I like Bregman, and I know this is tough because Houston's had a lot. I know. But the thing is, MVP, it's a story, and he's gonna beat overcome everyone hating him. He's a great player on the field, and I think of everyone he's named as a player that's still ascending because he gets better every single year. So I think, man, that story is gonna be big for him.
He's gonna have to do something crazy, put up some crazy stats because everybody's against the Astros right now. So nobody wants to vote for him for MVP unless he put numbers.
I still like him, bro.
I like him.
Yeah, but you gotta put numbers up where you force voters to have no choice.
I think it's overblown. I don't think people care that much anymore, man. It's just we have like a microwave society, man. It's hot for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is fast. I don't think people care that much anymore.
I think
man.
what they
Especially with the late in the season, people ain't.
I don't think they care. Like I really don't.
It just started on time. I can see that, but like you said,
And villains win MVP, man. Barry Bonds got a bunch, and he's one of the most hated players of all time. A-Rod wasn't liked, got MVP, so villains can win MVPs, man. But it's gonna be tough. But I think he has like a 45. Depends how many games if they play a full season. I can see a 45, 120, and a 10 WAR, which that's an MVP season in a year. I think he has that in him. So yeah. Next we're gonna jump into I guess we'll go to NL MVP. What do you guys like on the senior league circuit?
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
I don't like this Braves talk. Man, you gotta jinx one guy.
that's Rajay's team, man.
Freddie
I'm Freddie Freeman's biggest fan.
That's your guy. Ain't it?
I love him. You know, I'm a Phillies fan. I like us. Like, I hate playing him, but I respect him. I'm gonna go with Mookie.
Mookie, nice.
Mookie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Kuna just because I think again I like players that are always ascending when I try to look at MVP awards. And he barred him getting hurt. He had a 40-40 season last year, which should have been the 5th player to ever do it. And he's 22 years old. So I don't think why at age 23, if they play a full 162, I think he has a 50-50 season
He's
inside
an
him,
animal,
man.
man.
I mean, I was thinking about him too. I saw this crazy stat that for 10 straight years, they now had a first-time winner every time for 10 straight years. So
He's due for one, man.
I'm gonna
He's
go
an animal,
with
man.
wild card and say my boy Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah.
is gonna rise up this year, get out his dad's
I see
shadow.
that.
It's one of my favorite players to watch. It's an exciting game,
Get
man.
out his dad's shadow. I think he's gonna learn a little nuances and hitting in the league,
I hear you.
and I think he's gonna do it this year. He's gonna shock the world this year. So I'm gonna go with Fernando.
I have a fun fact, and I might be wrong, so don't hold me to it, but I think Tatis's dad is the only player in the history of baseball to hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, I think he did. Sorry, yeah, I think he
I
did.
would never
Yeah,
thought.
don't fact check me. I could be wrong. I think he did. All right, cool. So we got some interesting picks. So we're gonna jump into Cy Young. We'll start out with AL Cy Young. What do you guys like?
Garrett Cole.
Yankees fan.
I got Garrett Cole too, man.
Yankees fan. All right, cool. Anyone else besides Garrett Cole play the AL this year?
Garrett Cole, he just
You too?
No.
he too good,
No,
man.
I think the pressure might get him in New York.
Thank you, Nana.
Pressure might
Listen,
go-
anyone can pitch in my backyard, but you gotta go pitch in Yankee Stadium. It's different.
I'm gonna go with I know y'all don't hear this, but I'm gonna go with my boy from the Indians. I'm gonna go with the Bieber, man. I think Shane Bieber this year gonna do his thing.
Strikeout machine.
That's my number 2 guy. Too.
Strikeout machine.
That's good. That's good, man.
Nah,
That's
Bieber's a strikeout machine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bieber.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my theme of ascending players. And I like guys that just keep getting better every year. I'm gonna go with Lucas Giolito, 6'8" pitcher for the White Sox.
Yeah, he can pitch,
He was trash 2 years ago. Got very good last year. And again, I think these awards, they got to have a story. The White Sox haven't been good since they won a World Series in 2005, I think. And then they got the best farm system in baseball, so they got young players that are going to come up. They're a team that I think will push that borderline playoff.
Yeah.
And a good storyline is going to get better again. He's unique because he's like 6'8", 6'9", and he pitches. And then he's going to get better again. I think like a 17-win season, man.
He's nasty.
Are they going to win enough games for him to even?
I think they can.
I think they can. They got young
They got a
players.
stacked young team.
Yeah, stacked young team. That's a role player.
Yeah, no, I think
They play for that wild card, man.
They're in a weak division. That's why I like them. Besides the Twins, it's a weak division. So I think they can compete.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna go to the NL Cy Young. What do you Who wants to jump on this one first?
I'm gonna start with this one. Y'all ever heard of the old saying, "Old and steady wins the race"?
Yeah.
I'm
Good.
gonna pick my boy Max.
Mad Max?
National.
Yeah.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
He gonna take that home, man. He
Yeah.
gonna take it home.
What about you, Rod?
Walker Buehler.
Walker
Yeah.
Buehler.
Oh, I like Walker, man.
Okay.
Another strikeout
Strikeout
artist.
machine.
Yeah, another strikeout artist. Definitely got that 98 fastball consistently. What about you, Chris?
I'm going with the boring pick. Jacob DeGrom, man. I can't bet against that man. He's
Again, though? It's tough.
I can't help.
Three times in a row.
It's tough, man.
Hey,
It's
yeah,
tough. That's tough.
Can anybody hit him?
Yeah, but voters gonna
tough.
get tired of him, man. They gonna get tired. They gonna get
Voter
tired.
fatigue is tough. Is
Yeah,
big.
because it's
Voter
so
fatigue is
big,
big.
man.
But I think
he's
in a year where everything's kind of cut down now, like people gonna want to see that hype train, man. Like you see something like that, like can somebody do this in a time like this? Like so, I think.
What is he a pitcher that? He's a pitcher I want to see. Even though it's not my team, I want to see him pitch every single game.
I'm gonna throw something out there though. DeGrom, whenever he has a dominant season, his next season is just as dominant though. They're still very good. They're not dominant.
They're not dominant.
And he had a dominant season last year. It's hard, man. Again, to throw 230 innings, 300 strikeouts, that's a lot, man.
But he got his time right now. He's resting his arm.
Resting on.
Listen, man, he still threw 230
Yeah, he
innings.
did.
That's a
He's
lot.
right.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right.
My man,
His team gonna be trash too, so you gotta take that.
I hope they trash.
I'm gonna go with Flaherty off St. Louis, man. I love sending their players again. This guy had a .76 ERA in the second half of baseball last year. That's microscopic, man. I think Flaherty's again a send player.
Yeah.
Cardinals are always good. He has a chance. He won 8 games 2 years ago, 11 last year. I'm gonna think a big step up to like 16, 17 games.
I get it. I respect that.
Definitely. And the Cardinals are always in it. So definitely some good stuff. I don't know about you guys. I can't wait for baseball to get back.
I can't wait, man.
Pitch for any type of sport.
Itching.
Honestly, sports, man.
Itching, man.
Definitely itching.
I watch rugby if I have to, man.
All right, now last topic of the day we're going to jump into was going to be our team's going to choose the Astros, but we're going to do switch to Mike McCarthy, man. But how do you guys think? We kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. What do you guys think about how the teams are going to treat the Astros this season coming up?
They got a bullseye on them.
They got bulls on them, and I think rightfully so. I hate cheaters. I feel like I'm not a fan. I'm not one of those guys like you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Mm-hmm.
I think cheating, it tarnishes the game. It disrespects the game that guys work so hard for. Like cats go out there, blood, sweat, tears, hard work, sacrifice, not seeing their families the whole nine to put his grind in to be great. Teams do the same thing to come together to be great. And then you got a team just stealing it by cheating. And you thinking, here you are thinking, I need to go work even harder because these guys came and outworked us maybe. And it wasn't even that they outworked you, they just cheated you. They just took an angle that was inappropriate, unfair. They did what they needed to do to get a win because they didn't think they could really beat you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. You get to a point where you got the Astros, it's like you have a team that went to the World Series. At this point, you thinking to yourself, the Dodgers, the Yankees, they starting to think to themselves, like, what could have been? And not only did you just cheat, like regularly cheat, you cheated people out of World Series. So at this point, they're gonna get booed across the stadiums. Lucky baseball is not that kind of sport where people throw stuff onto the field at every batter, but they
I mean, they might not be fans this year, so they might get they might be lucky and not have to deal with that. But I think they have a bullseye on them yet. So fans or no fans, the other teams, they're gonna be aiming for them. I agree.
All right, I'm in the minority. I think, one, COVID helped them out because time passed.
Yeah.
People are mad when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care anymore personally. 2, baseball is full of hypocrites. Baseball is a sport that cheating's born in baseball. They all cheat. So any of these teams are criticizing them, they're cheating too. Like my favorite team, the Braves, got caught cheating in the international market when they were signing players and giving them extra money they weren't supposed to be doing. The Yankees and the Red Sox both got caught cheating with the Apple Watch scandal a couple years ago. Baseball and cheating go hand in hand. All these, I guarantee that what the Astros are doing, I would say at least 40 to 50% of baseball are doing the same exact thing.
Doesn't get caught.
But it's just like college basketball, where we all know Duke plays the players, but because they never got technically caught, you can't say Mike Krzyzewski's paying players. All of us know they're paying players. It's the same thing. All these teams are cheating, so they're hypocritical for saying that.
My problem is you just look back to like series with the Yankees, and you gotta believe like Aroldis Chapman throwing heat, man.
He was throwing heat, man.
And when Altuve, come on, man, like,
but are
we
we
was just like, but you talking about, even though I know people like to say like cheating ain't gonna help pitching, but when I know what you throwing at me, it changes the odds a lot.
But why are we all that naive that don't think the Yankees were cheating too, though? Because the Yankees have got caught cheating plenty of times.
But we're not talking
cheating?
about the Yankees. We're talking about the Astros.
Yeah, the Yankees and the Astros, they were playing each other.
I know, but
I think they were both cheating. I
don't want to go there because I hate. Like I feel like it's the.
That's a whole nother.
It's a scapegoat.
No, it's not a scapegoat. They got caught cheating. I'm not making up the Yankees.
We're talking
got
about
caught
in
cheating.
this series where you say you look at a team, the team that got the heat on them, they've been cheating for that year. They've been looked at for being cheating a year prior. You gotta say to yourself, I personally think that the Astros, like, there needs to be a level of punishment, man, for teams. So that, because baseball, like you said, I think so much cheating's been happening, and with that being the case, you got to put harsher sanctions on it, period, man, for teams to stop doing what they're doing, players to stop doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, if every team cheats,
They're all cheat.
every team cheats, right? But you cheated to win the World Series. Like, if the Reds cheat and they didn't go nowhere, nobody cares.
I think
but when
a
you
lot-
won the World Series over cheating,
I think a lot of these teams that won World Series were cheating, though. I don't think it's just the first time it's ever happened. I don't. I can't believe that.
We can talk about this all day. Honestly,
I can't believe that. I can't.
I agree with
they
that.
got caught, so it's on them.
But the Yankees and Red Sox got caught. Red Sox were doing the same exact thing.
Yeah,
They won a World Series, won a venom for them. They did the same exact thing.
We're talking about the Astros right now, and I'm saying when the team got caught, if you got caught red-handed with your pants down, man, you the team that got caught. People got to talk to. If I can't say you got cheated, if I didn't catch you cheating,
But the Red Sox got caught the same exact scenario.
and with that being the case,
Yeah.
the punishment should be the punishment.
But they didn't get the same
But
punishment.
no, I'm
though.
saying I feel the same way about
Yeah.
the Red Sox as I feel about the Astros.
yeah.
I'm not giving the
Yeah,
Astros
okay.
heat.
A Red
No, I
Sox
don't get no
pass.
pass.
Okay, all right.
If somebody,
Because MLB did give him a pass, though.
and they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
a crime is a crime is a crime. It's
That's
not
not
real.
fair.
If I catch a body
Yeah.
and I get one sentence and you catch a body, you watch Scott for the sentence.
Yeah.
We don't say that. It's injustice, man. It's injustice. It's no good for the game.
Yeah.
I think personally. So if the Yankees cheated, I'm a Yankees fan. Yo, get the punishment.
Yeah.
Put a punishment out just to make the game clean. The same way Mayweather said, clean up the sport of boxing. Let's do random blood, random urine tests.
Yeah.
That way you clean up the sport of boxing. Other than that, you never know what people are really doing. So
So why does everyone look at it from the perspective that the Astros can't be motivated by everything going on? Because now, you know, in football and any sport in general, every coach plays the world against us card, right? That's them literally for once. That is literally that team. That coaches do it all the time, but they are literally in that scenario. Why don't we think we can motivate them to get better, though? Because I think it's going to motivate him personally. Because people act like they're all trash players and now they're cheating to help them.
Nah,
These dudes were all-stars before they were
all-star.
cheating.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Altuve is a Hall of Fame second baseman. He didn't
Bregman's
become good for cheating.
MVP candidate every year. Nah, that's facts. I
Yeah,
agree.
so we don't look at it from that perspective.
But honestly,
I'm in a
a player like Altuve this might be his. That's what he might be known for. Honestly, you say he's a Hall of Fame second baseman. But
Yeah.
sorry, you don't want to be like Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I mean-
he might be known for this.
Yeah, but I don't think, at the end of the day, I don't think everyone.
If we talking about this year, I think he still can ball.
Yeah, he's still going to ball, but the fact that he didn't want nobody to take off that jersey, that's the memory everybody's going to ever
I don't
have.
care. If I'm him, I don't care about that. You know what? Giambi's a cheater. He got $200 million. A-Rod's a cheater. He got $500 million.
Him personally, I wouldn't care, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about like Hall of Fame.
And there's no fans. So again, I think
That's
they're getting
no
the easiest
fans.
way possible. All right, cool. So we're gonna wrap that up, man. We're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting to see fans or no fans how the Astros get treated this year. Again, like us on Apple, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, everywhere.